are yet ought to be taken seriously as we journey together as a family of God. Allow me to spend a little time addressing the issue of how Holy Communion ought to be received. I believe most of us, if not all of us, Catholics who receive body and blood of Christ went through proper instruction on how to receive Holy Communion reverently. However, some of us seem to might have forgotten the guidelines. This I have observed since the first day I started ministering in this church. During catechesis, we were taught about the Eucharist being the body and blood of Christ. What does this mean? It means that during consecration, the priest prays over the body and over the bread and wine, which through what is called transubstantiation changes into the real body and blood of Christ. In the Gospel of John, chapter 6, verse 35, Jesus refers to himself as the bread of life. By this, he points to the Eucharist. Therefore, if we truly believe that we are standing before the Lord, we ought to approach the altar to partake the Lord's body and blood in a more reverent manner. The church stand provides the norm for reverence mentioned above. Quoting from the Instruction Redemptoris Sacramentum of 2004 and paragraph 92, it states, each faithful always has the right to receive Holy Communion on their term, at his choice. While both types of reception reflect dependence on God, we do not take the Eucharist, we receive him. St. Thomas Aquinas urged that out of reverence for the sacrament, nothing touches it but what is consecrated. This is the reason why the tongue, the organ for speech that confesses the Lord, is traditionally seen as a fitting place of reception. Most people raise the argument of hygiene and convenience, and they suggest that receiving on the hand is cleaner. However, a minister trained in the traditional method rarely, if ever, makes physical contact with the communicant's tongue. Furthermore, receiving on the tongue prevents fragments from dropping accidentally. The Council of Trent teaches that the fragments contain the whole Christ, body, soul, and divinity. When is it then permissible to receive the Blessed Sacrament on the hand? I will give the established circumstances under which the Church has permitted the faithful to receive the Lord's body in the hand. Firstly, the Church clarifies that it is important to remain in charity with the brethren, thus allowing reception in the hand in many dioceses as permitted. This is because of certain conditions, such as 1. When the Episcopal Conference requests from the Holy See. Secondly, the communicant must still be in a state of grace and show a proper reverence. That is to say, a profound bow before receiving Christ's body and blood. Upon receiving, this is the third point, upon receiving the sacred host, the communicant must consume, underline the word must, consume it in front of the minister. It should not be carried away, as some people would always prefer to go and then consume it from the seat, from the pew where they sit in church. Carrying the sacrament away is an abomination. As I conclude, I would like to challenge each one of us here, if we believe in the presence of Christ in the Eucharist, our physical posture must reflect the interior conviction. Reception on the tongue is a beautiful, humble gesture that says, Lord, I am not worthy, but I open my heart and my life to you. This makes us to acknowledge the miracle that is occurring in that great moment. I wish you a blessed day.